On May 13th, 2020, I went to Manitowoc, Wisconsin to witness a sight I never thought I would see. An original paint Wisconsin Central locomotive in revenue service on its home rails. This is the story of Wisconsin Central number 3018, a living relic of a recent but bygone era. Today, 3018 will service the Manitowoc area on CN's L548. L548 began by delivering scrap loads to Sadoff Iron and Metal adjacent to the yard. Then the crew began to assemble cars destined for the lakefront spur. Without a runaround track, the L548 crew must shove all the cars all the way to the shore of Lake Michigan to service Breese Malting and other industries. The Wisconsin Central Railroad was founded in 1987 when the Soo Line sold the Lake States Transportation Division to a group of investors. The startup railroad grew rapidly in the 1990s as the WC purchased other regional railroads, most notably the Fox River Valley Railroad, Green Bay Western, and the Algoma Central.
About 8 more in. Three cars, three.
WC 3018 was built by EMD in January of 1970 and was delivered as Seaboard Coastline number 1595. Around 1983, SCL 1595 was repainted to Seaboard System number 6750. It remained in the Seaboard System livery after it was acquired by CSX later in the decade. Eventually, 6750 was sold to the Wisconsin Central as number 3008. At some point, 3008 was involved in a wreck, which resulted in the cab and body panels being replaced with parts scavenged from other locomotives of different road names. The iconic combination of Burlington Northern, Wisconsin Central, and Seaboard System parts used to repair the unit resulted in a variety of different names given to the unit, some of which were Quilt Unit, Dog's Lunch, and Cabbage Patch. In 1995, 3008 was renumbered to 3018 and was painted to Wisconsin Central livery at the Wisconsin and Southern Paint Shops in Horicon in May of 1995. After work at the lakefront, 3018 serviced international paper before returning to the yard for the crew's lunch break. This break also coincided with my lunch trip to the nearest Culver's. After lunch, 3018 went northbound to service the Country Visions Co-op in Rockwood. For the shove move, WC Caboose number 17 was used as a shoving platform for the conductor. The rapid expansion of the regional superpower railroad eventually halted in October 2001 when the WC was acquired by the Canadian National Railway. Following the CN takeover, most of the Wisconsin Central's locomotives were scrapped or sold by 2010. Some of the more contemporary units lasted a few years afterwards, many of which were GP40s, ex Algoma Central GP38-2s, ex Algoma Central SD40-2s, and SW1500s. As the years went on, nearly all WC units had disappeared from Wisconsin, apart from a few SW1500s in Fond du Lac and Stevens Point. In 2019, WC 2001 briefly visited Wisconsin on CN's M347 en route to Canada. In January of 2020, WC 3018 returned to Wisconsin after many years away to be assigned to the Manitowoc terminal. Later in 2020, Canadian National began to sell many WC SW1500s, which may lead to WC 3018 being the last Wisconsin Central locomotive to see revenue service on its home rails. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you learned something new and enjoyed this neat locomotive. Being a Wisconsin Central fan, seeing WC 3018 meant a lot to me, and I wish to share my enthusiasm with you all. Be safe and God bless.